Holy cats, folks! It's Eric Coos on Making a Murderer. Oh my gosh! I goes over every aspect of the case, couple 2-3 things, the documents, the photos, and the videos. And as always, go Packers and F the Bears. Hello everybody. For those of you who are wondering what was going on with my opening there, that is me giving a little nod to Mr. Charlie Behrens. Mr. Charlie Behrens is a comedian there in Wisconsin, and he's truly a credit to his state, in my opinion. All-around good guy. Does a lot of like charity things. He's remarkable. I really admire him in a lot of respects, and so that's, you know, like I heard Jim Carrey say one time about when they had 2 other guys remake Dumb and Dumber, and he said, you know, plagiarism is the sincerest form of flattery. So anyway, so that was me, you know, giving Mr. Behrens a nod. Very funny guy. I'm going to leave you guys a link to probably my favorite Charlie Behrens video in the info below. So be sure to check that out. He's a funny guy. Hello everybody. So if you couldn't tell already, this is going to be a bit of a fun video. Not going into really any kind of hard evidence here. So those of you who were really tuning in for that, sorry. I'll understand if you click on something else. Anyway, what I'm going to talk about today is mainly Brendan. I'm going to show off some of the artwork that one of the supporters created recently for Brendan. Actually, a couple supporters, actually. Anyways, one building on the other, kind of. Anyways, some really cool stuff that I wanted to showcase in a video. I've been meaning to anyways. So we're going to have a little bit of fun today. And like I said, well, just like you saw with my intro, remember to check the links down below at the end, you know, and you can, you know, acquaint yourself with Charlie Behrens, very funny guy. So what we're going to talk about first here is I recently asked somebody to help me create a piece of artwork, in this case specifically a political cartoon, to kind of embody the state of things when it comes to Brendan's case. And so I gave this person kind of a rough idea of what I was looking for, something of a rough drawing, kind of a beginning sketch of kind of what I was envisioned a little bit. And this person took it, ran with it, and absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. When I show you this picture I'm about to show you, I mean, I want you to really look in at the facial features on Ken Kratz and Tom Fassbender. I mean, this person did an absolutely supreme job. You've heard me refer to this person on my channel before on a Scott Davis video as Susie Q. She knocked it out of the park. So I'm going to show you guys now basically the very first piece of artwork created. But first thing here, we'll show you the raw, you know, political cartoon as it was conceived and created. So here we have the original piece of artwork that I kind of had the idea for, kind of briefly started to sketch it out, and then handed it over to the artist here, who really knocked it out of the park. You know, I'd been having a discussion with somebody about how, you know, when Brendan was getting ready to go, you know, we were waiting to see what the Supreme Court was going to say about his case and everything, I kept saying that, you know, what's it going to take? I mean, how, you know, how many straws, how big does the mountain of straw need to be before the camel's back breaks? And that's when I had the idea for this cartoon, where we got the hay or the straw or bundles of straw up here labeled for things in the case that, you know, mattered and are, you know, of critical importance as to how this happened to Brendan. Len Kaczynski, obviously, for his dereliction of duty, is really the best way to look at it. The coerced confession, Tom Fassbender and Mark Wiegert extract from him. The Kratz's press conference, which essentially completely destroys his and Stephen's presumption of innocence. And then we have Michael Kelly, the agent of Len Kaczynski, who coerced Brendan for a second time, dangling the carrot of less time. So anyway, so that's all the straw we got hanging on this, you know. And anyway, and down here when we get to the camel, we have the Acme back brace, obviously, which is represented as the state of Wisconsin, really, here, helping hold this whole thing together. Obviously, we see the camels labeled, you know, as the case of Brendan Dassey. And here we have Tom Fassbender and Ken Kratz. Underneath, pushing up, helping to keep the camel from, you know, feeling any undue strain. And don't fail to notice over here the sweaty pool over here and the beads of sweat coming off of Kratz. The shadiness of Tom Fassbender over here. So I just was so pleased with the person that the artist that I asked to you know, completely finish this, their ability to capture the facial, you know, representations of Fassbender and Kratz, as well as was done here, was quite frankly amazing to me. And we are working on another project now currently. So anyway, just wanted to show everybody that. I just thought it was brilliant. I've been talking so much about Steven lately because of the new queso that, you know, I've been meaning to get this out and show everybody this artwork for a while now. So I'm happy to be able to do that. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to save the second version of that one for the end of the video. Now I'm going to show you a little something that was made for Brendan on the 4th of July that I think is very powerful, because it shows you the American flag, and it shows you those bright and vibrant colors of the American flag, and then it shows you Brendan Dassey in the light of that flag. And you see that Brendan Dassey's light is black and white, because the liberties and the freedoms and the rights that we're supposed to have were essentially stripped and never given to Brendan. So I'll show you that piece of artwork now, and we'll come on back. So another brilliant piece of artwork here from the supporter who I had draw the camel and all that. This came out on the 4th of July. It was posted on the 4th of July, and it was absolutely brilliant. I think it just embodies how Brendan has been black and white in terms of our justice system. He was not given the full vibrant color of the rights and liberties and freedoms that it means to be an American citizen. And I think it's just very fitting for the way that he's been treated in the American justice system. And I hope it gets set to right. Okay, so there, another brilliant piece of artwork there from, as I've said before, Susie Q. Now we're going to move into a piece of artwork that was created by Susie Q that I already showed you. And then I'm going to show you now what supporter Joe Burns, who you may know, he's a fellow YouTuber, he has his own YouTube channel. He saw it and he was inspired and thought about where he hoped to see it, where he hoped to see that political drawing, that political cartoon, and he made something. So let me show you what that is. So this is the image that Joe Burns was inspired to make when he saw the cartoon, and I just think it's absolutely brilliant. He made this, and then he messaged me and was telling me about it, and I wanted to see it. I desperately wanted to see it, and I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. And I would also love to see this on the front of Time magazine. I mean, it would seem fitting, because the times are that we don't, you know, the justice system doesn't seem to think that there's any difference between a juvenile and an adult when it comes to confessions and that sort of thing. I mean, so it would be fitting to see it on Time magazine. But he came in with the Unmaking a Murderer, brilliant. He even put the little disclaimer that this is not a real cover, you know, and all that stuff. Original idea by Eric Jose, Unmaking a Murderer, illustration by Susie Q, Susan S. And anyway, it's just absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much, Joe Burns. You know, you saw that cartoon, and you had an image, you had a, you know, kind of a vision, and I'm very happy that you shared your vision with me so that I could share it with others. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for today's fun little vid. I hope that some of you out there enjoyed it. You know, I'm obviously going to be talking about a lot of things coming up here soon. The only reason I haven't been going into some of the wrongful conviction of youth cases yet is because I've been busy with the new queso. I'm at the very end of it, so there pretty soon I won't have to be worried about that. I'll have covered it, and I can move on to there's at least 2 right now in the bullpen. For me to go over. So yeah, that's coming as well. You know, just haven't done a Brendan video, haven't talked much about Brendan in a little while, so I wanted to go ahead and go over these things. But these things are still coming, and just wanted everybody to know that. So if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you.